Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining in. I went into my local Dollar Tree store and I found these Give It to God prayer boxes, and I thought they would be perfect for a Mother's Day DIY project. And each one have a different scripture on there in the inside. It have a notepad and a pen that you could use to write a prayer out, or maybe an affirmation, or maybe a declaration. So I thought this would be perfect idea for a Mother's Day DIY. It's about 6 different ones. So I purchased all 6 of the ones that was different. So when I thought about it, they are small, and I just took this idea and ran with it. And then I started to think about what else could I use to make a prayer box. So in this video, I will be showing you the different ideas and things that you can use to make a Give It to God or prayer, affirmation, inspirational, motivational box. So you'll see here, this is some of the items that I came up with that you will see I use different boxes. Now, as I walked through the store, I found these boxes, different ones with prints that you could use, as well as the picture frames in different sizes. And all of these items here are what I'm going to be using to make different styles of boxes. So come on in, and I'm going to show you how I made these boxes. Now, these are the florals pieces that I will be using in most of these projects, as well as the ribbon. And then this is the paint, which is Waverly Elephant and Ivory colors. I will be using these for the rustic style boxes, and I will show you the other paints that I will use throughout this video. With this one, I'm going to be using this rustic style picture frame, this piece of wood, and the Give It to God box that I found in the Dollar Tree, as well as this ribbon and a floral piece. And with this piece of wood, I'm going to cut off the string on there. And then I'm going to be using a hot glue gun, as well as paint. And then you want to make sure that the wood do not need to be sand. So I'm going to be painting with this Waverly chalk paint, and the color is called Elephant. It's a gray, it's a deep gray. As well as I'm going to use an ivory on there as well, but I'm going to water down this paint because I don't want to have the full color of gray on there. So that's what I'm doing now, pretty much like a brush on, and I'm going to wipe it down. I really want a light color on there, but I am going to coat it with another color on top. And this particular one is going to be more of a rustic style, and I thought that picture frame would be perfect because it had the metal inside the frame. And I'm going to be using this frame with all of the ones that I'm using with the metal box. Now when I'm adding this color, I'm going to use a rough hard brush, a dry brush, and I'm going to add in the chalk, because this is chalk paint, and I'm watering it down because it's really thick. So I'm using more watered down chalk paint to put on top of here. And now after everything have dried, I'm just gonna hot glue everything to the piece of wood. And I forgot I should have glued my floral piece on the frame before I glued the frame to the piece of wood. But however, I did it anyways. I got it on there. But basically, this is how this works. And you can write your note or your prayer on the pad and then just clip it for that day on the frame. So I thought this was such a neat idea, and I really love the way they all came out. The next style of box I'm doing, I'm going to be using this miniature crate box from the craft section at the Dollar Tree, and it's going to take the place of the metal smaller box. Now with these different boxes I will be using, they're going to be a little larger, and I think they're going to be better because you can write more on the pads that I'm putting there. And I have this foam board, and this is Hobby Lobby foam board that I'm going to be using, and a 4x6 canvas frame that I'm going to take the canvas off, and of course this Waverly paint, and also a piece of material that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm going to be using a clip because I have to add a clip so you can clip the notepad, but you will see, or you can use any type of clip. The Dollar Tree has these wooden clothespin that could work as well, but I had those clips already. You're going to need a staple remover, and here I am removing the canvas off of the frame. Every time I use a frame that I remove the canvas from, I sand it down. So this is what I'm doing here. And then I went in and used the ivory chalk paint and painted it. However, I did not like the color. It was a bit too light. I know I want that color on there, but when I pretty much finished painting the frame, I realized I didn't really like the way that color looked. So what I did is I used a brown color first. I covered the frame with that over the ivory color, and then I'm going to go back over it again with that ivory. So this is what I'm doing with the piece of wood, and then I'm going to take the ivory color and dilute it because the chalk paint is very thick, and then I'm just going to kind of brush it on, and then use a paper towel to kind of spread it thin. After everything has dried, I'm going to be using the foam board piece and cut it to the size of the frame. Now, the foam board that I'm using is from Hobby Lobby, not the Dollar Tree, because it is thicker and it will be used more so like a bulletin board piece, because I use push pins instead of using that brass clip. So for this one, I chose to use the push pin, and I'm using this foam board, so it's going to be used like a bulletin board. So that's what I'm doing, just trimming it down to the size of the frame. And of course, for decorations, to decorate it, I'm going to be using this burlap fabric, decorative burlap fabric that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just going to hot glue and cover it. Once I got the foam board glued to the frame, I glued on the box to the wooden piece, and then I decided to cut out some of that same fabric and line the inside of the crate box with the same fabric. So you will see I did that, and I'm going to hot glue everything together on there. So to secure this frame, because it doesn't have a stand, I'm going to create a stand for it by using 5 popsicle sticks. And here I'm gluing the first one on to the actual wooden piece. And then you'll see I'm going to take 2 that I'm going to cut down to the sides to fit for the frame to prop on. And I'm going to cut those down by using my pruning shears. But then I'm going to add 2 to the back of the frame as well. So I decided after I finished it that it was missing this, because I was seeing the seams from the board in the frame and I didn't like seeing that seam, so I added in this ribbon to kind of connect them together so you wouldn't see the seam. Because if I realized it before, I probably would have did it before I glued everything together. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just lining the fabric with this ribbon, and I thought that really completed it and made it look a lot better. So I went through the Dollar Tree looking for notepads to fill in these boxes that I'm custom making, and I really didn't see much. I think I found one pad that I like, and for this particular box I'm using medium cardstock paper, and I'm color coordinating the paper with the colors in the fabric. So here I'm just using the white and the pink for this one. Now also I made with my cutting machine these cards that I'm going to stick on some of the boxes that I make, and they say "This Mom Prays" and "Praying Mama," and I'm using this particular one. I thought it was perfect for this one, and I'm just going to hot glue it to a popsicle stick, and then I'm going to glue the stick to the back of the box. So this one is a little different, and I'm calling it a bling style. This box is a lot larger than the other ones I used. I fell in love with the print and the colors on there, so I had to come up with a way and items to be able to use this box and make this the same way to use it as I made the other ones. So I just added on one of my cards, and I cut up colorful cardstock for my clips. And then I took 2 4x6 frames, and then I added in this from my cutting machine, says "She is strong," and I added in a clip and my flowers on there. But then the second 4x6 frame, I hot glued it to an 8x10 frame. And this is the frame that I'm going to set that box on. I covered the seams between the 2 picture frames with gold rhinestone ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I thought it connected the 2 together. And I added glitter to my clip, and I sealed it with Mod Podge. Now these clips I've had for a couple of years. I've been collecting, and they usually come on bags of coffee that I buy, and this is what they look like. So I'm glad I saved them for a project. It's perfect for a project like this, and all I did was just add the paint and the glitter. And this one is one that I call a contemporary style, and I painted the frame in the wood and assembled them the same way I did the others. And I found the notepads in the Dollar Tree, and I just cut it up to put in the box, but it matched the box, and I thought it was perfect for the box. So basically I assembled it and did this the same way I did all of the rest of the boxes. With this one, I'm calling it a bling style as well because of the glitter on top of the box, and I found an iridescent frame to use, but I'm still stuck with the wooden piece. So what I did, I tried to use the metallic paint on the wood first, but I didn't like the way it came out, so I mixed black and white paint together to get the right color gray that I was looking for to coat the wood with first. So this is what I'm doing here. And then you're going to see that I will add in the metallic paint on top. And then once I've done that, I'm going to put some fine silver glitter on top of there to give it a little more bling. So this wood piece will tie in with the frame and the box. After that dries, I'm going to seal it with the glossy Mod Podge using 1 part Mod Podge and 2 parts water. And I'm only going to need a little bit, so I'm just doing it inside of this cap. And you'll see inside of the top. And you'll see I'm just going to dilute it down and then put it on here and let it dry. With this particular frame, the iridescent look, I thought it would be neat to have an open look where you can see through it. So I decided to cut down the back of the frame to the size of the card that I made on my cutting machine. So I'm using my box cutter to do that. And it's going to leave an open look. So it's an experiment. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but the way it came out, it looks pretty good, and I like the way it looked. So this is basically what I'm doing, prepping everything to have the open look on this frame. Now here, the only thing that I could really come up with to attach it to the glass was some heavy clear tape, something that you wouldn't be able to see from the front. So this is how I got it to stay. And overall, I'm really happy with the way it came out. Well guys, that's it for this video, and I really enjoy making these boxes, and the idea of having a prayer or a declaration or affirmation box is very inspirational to be able to use to help you and inspire you throughout your day while you're sitting at your desk. So I hope these are good ideas for a Mother's Day gift. And for all of the ones that I made, I hope the people that I'm giving them to will really love them. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you can receive notifications on my future videos. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.